Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Grizz Nation, what's going on? I'm Chris Ingram.
And I'm Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffin podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything. Grizzlies, man. Glad to be back. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do.
Going live on X, so we see y'all filing in, coming in. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. As you know, we'll be posting this on YouTube tomorrow on Monday, so y'all will see this. Y'all kind of get it, like I said, there ain't no Patreon, but y'all get it early on X if you tapped in on it. So,
I got a question quick. Does this take kind of after hours? Because it's 10:30. This technically kind of after hours, pseudo after hours.
Hey, you mentioned it, my boy, and with everything going on right now, I got my drink of choice with me, so you know.
It's something in here. That's all I'm gonna say. It's something in here. I ain't gonna tell y'all what's in here, but something in here.
I ain't drinking out the bottle. I ain't no drunk or nothing like that. But I'm gonna take a shot for Grizzlies fans and everything going on right now. So y'all get off the ledge, put the gun down. It's gonna be okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
This too shall pass.
Man, yes sir. Especially on this Sunday, we gotta put the Lord in it a little bit, man.
Yes, we have to keep our faith high. You know.
Yes, sir. But before we get into it, we're going to go ahead and let y'all know what we at on Twitter, X, wherever you want to call that. Make sure y'all give us a follow there. Got our handles down below, as well as the main pod page. Y'all running it up. Y'all tapping in with us. We appreciate you over there.
Yep.
And make sure y'all, like I said, tap in tonight. I know it ain't. I forgot that we didn't have an actual post-game show on the Bluff City Media page tonight. So if you want to call this your post-game show tonight, we'll help out, doing
we'll
that.
Rock with y'all. We rock with you. For
sure. So y'all tap into the comments. Let us know, how you feel about these topics, man. Of course, we'll put the link out there if somebody wants to join and chop it up real quick. But yeah, man, before we do that, this past week was Christmas, obviously. So, man, let me know. Evan, just give me some good news, man. Tell me how your week was. How was your Christmas? All that good stuff.
Yeah, Christmas mood, bro. Just spend time with the fam. We kept it pretty small this year. Usually we try to go over people's houses and all that, but my grandma, she cooked, at her ripe age of 82. She cooked the whole Christmas dinner for us, so that was always wonderful. It was just me, my mom, my brother, and her. So it was nice. We opened gifts in the morning. I got everybody in my family gifts. I'm getting older, so I try to, I want to tap back in with them. I'm still a broke college student, but I still think it's nice to get something for the people. Got some stuff for my girl too. It was nice, man. Ate good food, watched some good basketball. I didn't watch football that much. I watched some of it, but our tradition in our house is to watch the NBA games on Christmas. So I watched some good basketball. Called a little something. Y'all can probably tell in my voice. If people know I did the post game bounce last game, people tell my voice coming. So if my voice is a little messed up, we call a little something on Christmas. But we bring around your loved ones. Things happen. But it was a smooth Christmas. I know you was playing Santa with your girls, so tell me when your camera getting in focus. Tell me how Christmas was for you.
Yeah, I hate when my camera do this. Y'all forgive me. I'm sorry. But yeah, Christmas was fun, man. We didn't go nowhere this year. We stayed home. We stayed put. Actually, we didn't go nowhere last year. We stayed at the house.
Yeah.
Now that we got little girls, it's just kind of better for us to not be on the road and things like that. So just letting them open up the gifts. That was fun. Cooked a little bit, like you said, had sports on all day long.
Yeah.
Basketball, was great. I didn't have no complaint. Some of them games, I'll be honest, that Celtics game, even though it was close,
it could have been a better matchup. Could have been. I feel like the games were good, but I feel like the matchups could have been better throughout the league. That's just my opinion.
Right, 100%. But I will say that first game was probably my favorite of all of them. Watching Wemby just go crazy, bro. I'm sorry, like I don't tap in much with him just because I'm like, he's a creative player. I'm not finna watch this alien behavior.
Demiguy,
yeah. But I'll be honest, bro. Watching him on Christmas, just the way that he was out there, he looked like the best player on the floor for pretty much that whole game. And so, that was cool to watch. I didn't tap in football much at all. I caught maybe, I would say, a lot of the second quarter of that Baltimore game. And then obviously watch the whole Beyonce show with me and the family. That was cool to watch.
For sure.
Just to bring the spirits up, because that game was a blowout. That was terrible.
Both Christmas games were pretty bad. Like, bro, I don't think the NFL gonna do it. But they probably will because of the money. But geez, bro, the Christmas game, like that's what happens when you tell the same teams to play each other 3 days before. Like,
right?
What do you expect? The quality of the games are bound to be bad. Like, if they just pay $70,000, they have no time to recover at all. Like, it wasn't a good move. Can't do that, bro. You can't expect a high-level game when guys just played 72 hours ago. They still sore. They still didn't go through the whole week recovery of film.
Right.
Or they're just not going to be as sharp. So, I get trying to compete with the NBA and being on Netflix and all that, but I don't know. I don't want it back next year. I don't know about you, but I don't want to see NFL. I think the NBA's day. I don't want to see it back next year. If they're going to do it like this, I don't want it.
I'm with LeBron. It's the NBA. I mean, and it's hard to say that because they came out with the viewership numbers and things like that, and the NFL crushed the NBA, even though they want a paid streaming site. So you can only imagine what those numbers probably look like, on just regular cable TV. But I'm sorry, like as far as what me and my household is gonna probably be watching, it's probably gonna be basketball. That's how it's always been. Yeah. I'm not finna. I'm sorry, and I love it. I was a football player myself. I'm just not turning on football on Christmas.
It just don't feel right. It don't feel right. It's like basketball on Thanksgiving. It don't mix, bro. It don't mix.
Yep.
But I can say the last thing I'm gonna say on this. I can say the NBA needs to do a better job of bringing the feel of Christmas back. Like the games look like a regular season game on a Tuesday night in October. Like the games don't feel different. I remember, like when I was growing up, Christmas Day felt different. The court looked different. The jerseys were different. The shoes were different. Everything felt different. But like the games with themselves were quality. But if you just put that film on, you don't think it's a Christmas game. So I feel like the NBA needs to do a better present of the presentation of Christmas. Like, yes, the matchup is one thing, but they have to present the players and all that better. That's because the games were great, but it didn't feel like Christmas to me. But that's just, I don't know how it was for you, but it didn't feel the same for me.
They can change some stuff. They can definitely up the presentation for sure. I don't ever in my life want to see the Celtics wearing red tights with green jerseys.
Yeah, like it.
But that was gun slaughter. Motherfucker like elves out there. Like that was terrible. Don't do that.
At least they try to make it feel like Christmas. I mess with it. At least they try to do something different.
I guess it looked terrible to me. Like
I mess with it.
It looked like I don't know. I don't know. It looked, because my thing is, why ain't nobody else? Like you let the green team do it. It'd be different if that was like a thing. Like everybody had Christmas themed accessories of some sort.
Yeah.
But like you let the Celtics, they already got the plainest jerseys in the NBA. It's literally just blocks of green with white stripes, and then you get them red things. They got red. They just like little freaky elves out there. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, at least they elves for Christmas, man. Like at least it worked out. It was on theme.
Put the hat on there. Put the hat on.
Put the hat on. Have them with the whole get up and the pointy shoes and all that. Hey,
Derek White make it look real bad because he already funny looking as hell. So
he's really like a D White. Like dang, he didn't do D White like that, man. Dang.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm
it's
sorry.
Crazy.
I couldn't hold that punch. But man, we're gonna get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna try to knock it out in a short span. But we're gonna get right to if you want to call it the No Bluffin news, I like to, at this point, call it us just chopping it up about what's going on in the sports world at this point. But the Grizzlies did lose to the OKC Thunder. Woo, big effing surprise. The Grizzlies started out like, hold on, let me do this real quick. This is how fast life will come at you, bro. Life come at you so fast sometimes that you don't even expect it. Let me pull up exactly what it showed yesterday. I know everybody not on Twitter, so you may miss some of these updates. So yesterday, the Grizzlies put out a status report of who's gonna miss tonight's game, right? They had 5 players listed out, and every one of them made sense. It was Santi Aldama, Gigi Jackson, which has been out, Ja Morant, which we'll talk about that in a second. Marcus Smart, he messed his finger up again, and Vince Williams, who's been out for a minute as well. So them 5 names we were already sure what gonna have. And then for some reason, Brandon Clark snuck up on the report as questionable. All right, cool. Most times when Grizzly players pop up on the injury report as questionable, they probably gonna play that night. Desmond Bain popped up out of nowhere last week with an illness, and guess what? He played that night.
Still
Had a hell of a game, actually.
He played well, yeah.
So, you know, we know 5 is out and possibly a 6, but we probably going to have Brandon Clark. That's what you would think. Well, probably about, what's this? 5:26, they played at 6. So about 30 minutes before the game, we get word that Brandon Clark is actually out tonight. Okay, damn, bummer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We already down bodies. It sucks, but that's 6 players that's down in our main. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys out of our probably top 10 rotation.
Gone.
But then we get a haymaker that hit us probably about 15 minutes later saying that Zach Edey ain't playing tonight. And he wasn't even on the report. It's questionable, doubtful.
2 days ago.
Nothing. Even yesterday. Like nothing. This morning, nothing. Like what happened? And so I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I ain't trying to, I hate to be sounding like, you know, conspiracy theories or whatever, but how do y'all not know that this man had concussion stuff 15 minutes before the game? You know what I'm saying? They showed him on the TV. He had like a little slight black eye, blue eye, whatever. Like I don't know what happened with that, but that was super weird. So anyway, they go out there and they get blown out in a sense. But what you expect when you down 7 out of your top 10 players, bro? What do you expect with that? Yeah. So they lost the game. Injuries are whooping our ass again. Evan, just what's your quick thoughts? I know we ain't got to deep dive on the game itself because it wasn't really nothing to talk about.
Nothing to talk about.
What you got on that Thunder game? I know it was highly anticipated, but it didn't live up to none of our expectations for sure.
Yeah, just disappointed, man. Like I think we both had this game scheduled circled on our calendar when the schedule first came out. And it just didn't live up to the expectation because everyone is so hurt. So you just hate to see it, you know. I'm gonna have to shout out Dez. Dez played well. He seems to be kind of in his flow again. That's probably like my only like bright spot of this game. I believe he had 22 and like 9, I think, when I looked at the box score a few minutes ago. So Dez, shout out Dez played well, but what do you expect? Like, it's really nothing to say. Like, what do you expect when a team is out so many guys and the team is dang near full with strength? Like, right. It happens. You're fighting an uphill battle. You bring a knife to a gunfight, and you see what happens. So hopefully next time we play OKC, we have more guys healthy because I still am confident we can beat this team in 7-game series when we're fully healthy, fully confident. I just want to see what we have against this team because right now, unfortunately, OKC is measuring stick in the Western Conference. And we don't know how we measure up against them right now, just by record-wise. So definitely a big missed opportunity, unfortunately, to injuries. But I'm still confident if we can ride this storm out right now, next time we play them, if we're halfway healthy, I feel like we'll be okay. So yeah, I know you called a little more in the game than I did. So what was your thoughts on the game?
I'm just sick of watching Scottie Pippen, Jr. I'll be honest. Shout out to Nathan Chester on Twitter, bro. They had me dying laughing. He put up a video of it's a video of Snoopy, the little cartoon character.
He was like this. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Scott. I saw that was funny.
Snoopy just running around, just like by himself, playing basketball, just shooting it up, throwing it, catching his own rebound, putting it back up. But he's like, man, I can't really describe of why this is Scottie Pippen, but this has got to be Scottie Pippen. It is. Like he had his games where he plays well and things like that. But if anybody, this goes back to what I was saying literally this summer when me and Evan was having these conversations about Scottie. Now you in a you putting in a certain spot as the Grizzlies because number one, you've given him a permanent roster spot. It is what it is. He's on the team.
Yeah, gotta play him, gotta pay him, all that.
Yeah, you gotta play him because at this point you've committed to him as your backup point guard. You don't have the roster spots to upgrade trade that position or anything like that. You have to do a 2-on-1 deal to open up a spot. You're not going to cut nobody. It's just not really what the Grizzlies do. It's just a lot of politics behind it. When if you would have kept him on that 2-way, which I mean would have been a lot better than that Castleton guy. Shout out to him, but like he's probably of the last couple of years of the 2-ways, probably the least exciting 2-way. I don't really see a pathway for him joining the team. You could have still held him in there, played him in these moments where you needed to play him, and then promoted him either at the end of the year or next year, like I always said, because now it's nowhere to really upgrade that spot. And I get it. If Ja's injured, this team is going nowhere. I 100% understand that. I'll echo that sentiment. But at the same time, like when we know Ja is going to be out, or even when Ja's here, I was having this conversation with Anthony saying, Shout out to my boy Get Well, man.
Yeah.
But we were talking about earlier, like I would much rather have a guy that can play with Ja in certain moments in the playoffs, as well as back up him as well. Like, so if we're talking about just strictly backup minutes, yeah, him as only backup maybe 10-12 minutes a night, but maybe he can catch about a good 6 to 8, maybe even 10 minutes next to Ja, doing certain things. That would be ideal. It's a combo / backup point guard. And with that, I'm sorry, I don't see that with Scotty at all in the playoffs. If you do, we'll see what happens. I'll just say it like that. You'll see what I'm talking about when it's actually in your face. I can't really describe it like that this stupid meme, but y'all will see. Like, it's just something ain't right with that. It's too selfish, and it don't. Like, his teammates are even starting to kind of get on him about it.
Bro, before Ja got here, it was a play that he had Ja for a lob, bro, and he did not throw it. I was so mad, bro. Like, Ja had a 2-1. Ja was Scotty Steele. I'm like, you got the spot, bro.
In the NBA, you don't do
You're
that.
not gonna throw it up, like, bro. And Pete tried to play it. He said, yeah, the guy tried to cover Ja. And it was CJ McCollum. Yeah, CJ McCollum tried to cover. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Throw it
up.
Ja Morant is Ja Morant. Like, but I don't know. I just feel like Scotty's still playing, and I'm gonna agree with you on the other point. But I feel like Scotty's still trying to play like he got something to prove,
Mm-hmm.
Like he's still playing like he on his two-way. Because there's just something. Like, you got the deal. Like, there's some times where he just puts his head down, as you say, go to hell, ball. He just tries to make somebody know when he doesn't need to. I'm like, bro, you got the contract, bro. Make the smart play. Right. And to your point about like him playing it with Ja, Scotty's not a good enough scorer, and I think we saw that this game because I believe he only had 10. I think Shea had like 22. Shea had 35. Like,
yeah, Shea went off.
Like, Scotty's not a good enough scorer or defender to play well enough with Ja in good, meaningful basketball situations. He's not a great spot-up shooter, so he can't space the floor that good with Ja, and he's not a great enough defender to play alongside Ja, where Ja can maybe take the lesser defender or lesser offensive player and guard him. So now I kind of see your point, because worst case scenario, if Ja Morant is hurt, with Scotty being our only option at the one, especially with Marcus Smart being hurt, this team has to work a lot harder to get what they need out of that position. Because with this new offense with Isolo, like, yeah, it's very free-flowing about like who gets the ball, who touches, but if y'all look, it's still initiated through the point guard. Whoever is like doing the actions on the court, who's like, it's obviously like whoever has the ball in their hands, and most time it's the point guard. So being that Scotty is limited in those situations, it kind of limits what we can do without Ja on the floor, which is quite unfortunate.
Right. Absolutely. Well, man, we'll get an update hopefully soon, and we're actually going to talk about Ja really, really quick as well on this next topic. Before I do that, for the game tonight, for the Ja injury, what we're going to talk about with this Dorian Finney-Smith trade, man, I'm going to go ahead and just pour a quick little shot for y'all. It's after hours. This ain't really the after hours show, but I'm going to go ahead and pour one up. If you got something, go ahead and do what you got to do. Cheers, my boy. I done messed up my phone, but all good.
Cheers. Yep. It's bad out here, man. But not bad, but it could be better.
It could be better, but it's going to be all right.
Yep.
All right. But let's talk about this Ja Morant injury. Came out that Ja actually sprained his AC joint in his shoulder, I think.
Yeah, it's a shoulder.
And it sucks, man, because it's not the exact same injury that he had last year, but
the same shoulder. Yeah.
So that was a lot of pause for cause the other night when it happened initially. But it's a wide just variation of what we could be looking at as far as the timetable. We haven't gotten that information yet. I believe I saw where it can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, or it could be months. Hopefully, depending on the severity of the sprain, we don't know if it's grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 yet, grade 4. But shout out to my boy Rusty Whitten. Rusty Buck is over there at the 2 Buck Sports Show at Bluff City Media. He actually is a physical therapist, and he broke down Vince Williams' injury when it first was announced and was spot on with that. And kind of did the same thing basically with the Ja Morant injury as soon as it came through, broke it down beautifully on his Twitter feed. And just to kind of give an expectation of where it could be. And like he said, until we know the grade of the sprain, we won't be able to really get a timetable. But Ja put up a post, a cryptic Instagram message last night that had people just kind of like, oh snap, what's this gonna be? thoughts on that, man? What's your expectations? Obviously, we don't know exactly yet, but just expectations for the team. And if you just kind of, based off what you've seen, what you've been able to gather, what you think the expectation for his return may be.
Number one, get with us soon, 12. We hate how it happened. A bad screen by Daniel Theis, and it just happens. It's like you're having to move. You're moving an object and it stops abruptly. The momentum is still going, and that's how injuries happen. So no one gets there soon, 12. But I feel like we're going through a gauntlet right now. This was the start of the gauntlet. From now to probably the middle of January is going to be a very mean gauntlet. If these other guys that are injured, like Edie and BC, can get back mildly within the next few games, I feel like we can go around 500. At least that's my expectation. If Ja misses the next 15 games, I'm gonna say we can go 7-8. That's what I say. But if he goes to where he's out for like 20 to 30 games, that's when I'm pretty concerned about the overall. And I'm getting knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen because we don't know how much he's gonna be out. I'm just speaking in extremes right now. If he only misses 8 to 10 games, I feel like we can go around 500 with the guys that we have and the guys we're playing against. But if he's out for months, I'm pretty scared, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not saying it's an exact repeat of last season, but as everyone knows, Ja Morant's injured in this team, and this team looks so drastically different without Ja, especially with other guys out. It's just gonna depend on Tripp and Dez and all these other guys to pull their weight as much. That's something that just some of these guys aren't used to doing.
Right.
Like, the only one that has that much experience pulling that weight is Jaren. We saw him do it last year. Dez doesn't know how to pull his weight right now. If Edie is healthy, he has no experience of doing that. BC, Luke, no one on the team has experience of pulling a team and rising the floor. Everybody talk about floor and ceilings. We don't have, besides Ja Morant and maybe Jaren, we don't have a lot of floor raise on this team. Unfortunately, it's not none against them personally. It's just we don't have those type of guys. There's not that many type of floor raise in the league in general. So if he's out for an extended amount of time, I'm a little nervous, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a little nervous. The quicker he gets back, the better, because Ja raises the level of this team, not just on a basketball level, just on the energy on the team. We don't have a lot of guys that can galvanize the energy of the team like Ja Morant does. So I'm a little scared if it's like over 15. If it's under 15 games, I feel like we can survive. But over, that's when I start getting a little antsy. And speaking on the post, dude can't be sad. Like, he's gonna miss out on all, like, people say, oh, he probably out for the season. Like, let dude be sad, bro. Like, John knows that he's been struggling with injuries, and most of his injuries have been freak accidents. It'd be different if he was like planting and then something jolted or he just came. No, most of these are freak accidents. All the injuries he's got this year has been off of dang freak accidents. Right. Stepping on somebody's foot, dude clipping him out the air, dude sending a bad screen. Like, so he's frustrated. I'll be frustrated too. He's gonna miss out on he's gonna miss out on the All-Star. He's gonna miss out on All NBA. So? He definitely is. He's definitely missing out on All-Star.
Well, the only reason I asked that is that I feel like Ja's chance of getting in, well, not chance, I don't want to say chance, but Ja's like lock of getting into the game is being voted in. That's been me. And then you got the Yuki. I'm sorry, I'm not saying he's gonna be voted.
I'm saying I see he's not gonna play. Yeah, he's not gonna play. Okay, I'm saying he's not gonna play.
Got you, 100%.
He's not gonna play, or because if he misses 10 more games, that'll probably put us around like mid-January, right? The next 10 games. Nah. The next 10 games.
Cause they playing every other day. Shit, he may not. If you miss 10, I mean, you may be looking at end of January, maybe early February, depending on how the schedule shakes out. As far as
so that's my point. If he misses the next 10 games, he may get voted in, but he's not gonna be a starter, number one. And then the coach is probably not going. I don't know. I just see him maybe missing it if he misses a significant more amount of time. I say, yeah, he's played well, but he hasn't played enough games. Yeah. He's gonna miss out on All-Star. He's definitely missing on all the All NBA awards that he was probably in contention for. He knows this is the most highly contested point of stretch game we're about to play during the season. He's upset. He's frustrated. So everybody going in an uproar about him posting this cryptic, like, yeah. everybody that's a celebrity on Twitter posts cricket stuff all the time. I don't get it. Yeah. I'm not a celebrity. I never probably will. But
yeah,
that dude be sad, bro. Stupid ass. Come on.
I got him. It's all good, my boy. It's all good.
My bad.
Yes, sir.
That's how we live, man. I'm sorry. Some things get on filter when we live. My bad, y'all. I normally Chris the one that be get off, so I stepped out one time too many. My bad.
It's all good, my boy. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, and we'll see. You know, to kind of piggyback what you were saying. Shout out to Kenny Stubblefield. He kind of shared with us last night. He kind of got a word that it may not be as serious as things have been laid off to be, just with everything on the social media and things like that. So, just send a Ja and this soon to be report. Just good vibes, good energy. Hoping we get some good news. Because we can't be without him for a long time, bro. We out with everybody else already. The engine we need. If anything else, for the excitement factor, bro. But
for sure.
Already dealing with that, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's dead. It's dead without him, bro. It's dead, bro. Yeah. Like I don't want another waste of a season because we just simply couldn't get healthy.
Right.
Like Gigi has not came back. Vince played 2 games and got hurt. Edie getting somehow concussed out of somewhere. Like
I don't know what happened.
Like Smart messing up. He tore a ligament. I ain't feel like he tore a ligament. Like he didn't dislocate. He tore. You know how hard it is to tear a ligament in your hand, like while playing basketball. Like, bro,
I need to drink some milk, bro.
He needs to get his bones and muscles stronger, or just eat a whole bunch of protein. Like, or drink a whole bunch of chicken and steak. Get your protein up to get your muscles stronger. Man. Like it's just freak accidents that we're suffering, and the fact that we're so high in the West. And I'm not that much scared out of for the playoff seeding because I feel like we'll still make the playoffs handily. Oh yeah. But I am slightly concerned with just like how hard our road will be once we get to the playoffs. That's what I'm concerned about. How the jogging position may fall for us a little bit if this stretch doesn't go the way we want it to. Like we can drop to a 2 seed to a 4 or 5 seed. You know, I don't think we're gonna be playing. Yeah, like
you can mess around. You could get to play in depending on what them teams up under you do.
Yeah, because the West is so highly contested. It's so tight. Like it's a log jam. Right. So you end up stringing together 4 straight losses, bro. You may end up in the 5th, 6th seed. Yeah, batting with the Lakers and the Warriors for all that. Like it's just that's what I'm more concerned about. Of like how the rest of the season will look depending on this next 10 to 15 game stretch. Because out of I think I look it up. Out of the next 13 games, well, not counting tonight's game. For the next 13 games, we're playing 11 of them. We're playing Western Conference people. For the next 13 games. Yeah, this is a very important stretch for playoff positioning. If we for 11 of the game, if we go 4-7, we gonna be in a bad way, bro. But we go 5, 6, and 5, we can stay consistent. We can stay around that upper echelon level. It's literally these next 11 Western Conference games are very important.
Yep, absolutely. We got one last one, man. This is a funny one for y'all. Just to kind of take the edge off a little bit, but it's a true thing in a sense. I hope more of it. Fighting is back in the NBA, y'all.
Everybody jacking. Everybody smoke. Everybody got smoke. Everybody's so angry. Why is everybody so angry?
Man, I don't know if it's this new bird flu or pneumonia flu, whatever.
Something going on. The rain's going down. They mad the rain's down, so they trying to bring some excitement to the league. I don't know.
Right. I don't know what's going on. But we finna. I gotta put this on screen for y'all.
Yeah, put me on real quick.
This has been hilarious, bro. First of all, let me do it like this. Now tonight we got the Heat and the Rockets playing. Let me make sure I turn that down because I don't want them to mess with us with copyright stuff like that. You got Tyler Hero and our man Thompson just. And look at this. Can you see my mouse? Is my mouse going around the screen? No. I can't. Can you hear me, Evan? I don't know.
Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, okay. I can see it. Yeah, dude wiped out over there. Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure y'all following Tyler Hero what he's doing. Let me go back real quick. Hold on.
Can you no, you can't do that on YouTube. Yeah.
What's that?
I like zoom in on them. You probably can't do that on your computer.
No, it won't let me zoom in
on your phone. You can, but yeah, not on your computer.
It's Terry Rozier. Shout out to him. He ran in and helped his team. But look at what's happening over here. Now Tyler Hero, he gonna sit here and try to play victim in the media after the game, talking about he was busting our man tail. But I mean, you look like you clearly got your hands on his wrist, bro. I'm sorry. But look what happens afterwards. Yeah, you gonna get on this ground.
You get slammed, man. He slammed you really fast, really fast. Then look, he bouncing up and down. He bouncing up like, hey man, what's going on? And he ain't trying to get back in. Then he bagged up. You see, when Thompson started going to him, he got took down very fast.
Come on, man.
Then he started bagging up. Man, don't want to fight for real.
But you don't want to fight, bro. I done seen your kind. Y'all they clap, bro. Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell you the funny
this man said, "Hold me back, bro."
Just coach.
Man, just
man, get your man. Get up, coach. Now you know you're too old to be breaking stuff up like that, coach.
Man, finna tear ACL out there.
Terry Rozier finna fight his own peoples over here. Look, now this last part is funny to me.
Dylan Brooks is not in it.
In the scuffle. He's the most diplomatic person on the court right now. Wait, let's watch this.
He said, bro, he ain't even run in. Okay, he's trying to break it up. All right, what's up, Dylan?
Y'all stop.
He grabbing somebody.
Man,
he got him bad. He said, he's like, I don't want to smoke him. You good? You good, bro? My bad, bro. Man, y'all tripping, man. Yeah, so y'all tweaking. Y'all doing a lot right now. Close score in the game.
Don't stop. Yeah, it was tight.
It was the second. I can't see the thing.
Like you said, but yeah, it was tight.
What quarter was it? Because I can't see from the thing.
This fourth quarter, 35 seconds left.
I'm like, bro. Let's finish this game. Like, y'all trying to fight? Sure. It's the last minute of the game, and y'all folks trying to fight.
Really was over it.
Aaron's supposed. He like, bro, I'm so sick of y'all doing this.
Where you at? Where's Spo?
He's like, what the are y'all doing? He said, everybody calm, get back to your bitch and calm down.
All right, Spo, you better stop somebody firing you. Hold on, man. We got a couple more, man. This is hilarious to me. That just they back on it, bro. I ain't mad at them. Do y'all thing. We got this group doing wrestling moves the other night. I don't know if y'all saw this. We got Draymond Green literally just and acting like he got fouled. Goof of the year goes to Draymond.
I can't see it yet.
I'm sorry. You can't see it yet? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
Goof of the year goes.
Oh yeah, when he pulled him down there, yeah, that was funny. This man did the double arm takedown for real. I've seen that move, bro. Stone Cold Steve Austin do the same thing, bro.
What be going through Draymond's head, bro? I really would need to understand. Like,
maybe to understand about Draymond, he's a very smart basketball player. Like, when you hear him talk, like he's a very knowledgeable person. But you get on the court, do the most head ass thing, bro. Be like, I don't get it, bro. Like the math don't be math. Like, I'm sorry for me, Kirk, but I don't like it. Don't make sense to me, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
This? What goes through your mind to even leg? This man swung his legs, fam. What is he doing?
He said, "Wee."
Over there, Draymond.
He took himself on a trip, bro.
The NBA is wild. All right, we got one more. Obviously, this is probably the most notable one. We got Najee Marshall, which a lot of Grizz fans do not care for at all.
Nah.
Just based off his little interaction he had with Grizzlies. But I'd be honest, man, with everything going on with Ja, I would love to have Najee Marshall right now because one thing about it, he ain't running for no support.
I did not like that we didn't try to go for help Ja out when he got hip checked, but that's just me though.
Yep. They just let it happen. Najee Marshall,
Nurkic, bro.
Yusuf Nurkic. Oh, my bad. It's late.
He smacked him. He smacked the mess out of dude. He said, bet.
Man. Shout out to Nurkic for,
He swung first though. Open palm too.
He slapped him.
He slapped him. Open palm, like right aside the head.
But Najee definitely got him a punch in.
I just think it's funny that Kyrie looking at like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Now Kyrie saved the shit out there in the stadium when he got done. Man, come on, man. We ain't supposed to be doing this fight.
I just be looking at Kyrie like, you saw the close up Kyrie's face. He was like, what is going on? He was like,
oh, he down. Oh, I ain't that part. Hold on now. Oh, Nurkic, what happened, bro?
He's like, dang, he meant it. He hit the mess at him.
Come on, man. They did say Najee Marshall went to the back of the stadium and tried to get with him some more. So, like I said, man, shout out to the NBA bringing brawling and fighting back and something. Hey, if the ratings gonna be down, do what y'all got to do, man. Give me some WWF. I don't care if it's real or fake. Just yeah. There you go.
He crazy. He look crazy. And then I got started again. Why didn't nobody? Because it made me mad when Ja got hit. What did he got? He got blindside blocked. That's it. It's like he was trying to. It's like in football, y'all. I watch football when the cornerback. Yeah. Oh yeah, when the cornerback coming to try to cut off on the angle, and the other receiver come in and clear. That's exactly what happened. Why didn't Jaren? Why didn't Edie? Why didn't who else was on the court when that happened? Dang, who was on the court? I can't remember. Jake, whoever was on the court with him.
Nobody.
Nobody. Like, that's your star player, bro. Smallest dude on the court. Josh 6'3", 180. Then one of y'all try to get my boy.
Not one.
Try to like that. That made me. Then y'all was so buddy with him after the game, shaking like, bro, nah, bro. Like, you can't shake hands with a dude that just took out my best player, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that real me.
This happened like 2-3 times this year already, and ain't nobody bust a grape. They ain't tried to get a tech. They ain't did nothing.
That's rubbed me the wrong way. Like, credit to TJ will get a tech, and TJ will get upset. That's why I can credit TJ ride for his dudes. I give TJ credit on it for all his flaws. But for the guys on the court, man, this is when I miss Steven Adams. Steven Adams will ride for. Stop touching my point guard, mate. Like
Dylan Brooks, I couldn't stand
Dylan Brooks. He ride for his dude. Like, I'm not saying go punch nobody, but bro, like, you got to stand up for your teammate, bro. Like, you got to. And don't be shaking hands with him after the game after he, as we now, took him out for extended period of time. Like,
messing with my season now.
You messing with our season. You messing with our playoff implications. All that. Like, you really messing us up.
Yeah, I don't like
for a team that's not gonna be a contender.
Right. At all. Not even.
That's not like. Come on, bro. Like, nah. I had to speak on that because I tweeted about that and I didn't like it at all, bro.
Yeah. You wouldn't see that with any probably of the young stars in the NBA or older stars. Well, maybe depending on some of these older stars. They teams don't really care to play with them, but I don't think Edwards will go out like that. I don't think his teammates will let that happen. Even Rudy Gobert, they probably can't stand him. I don't think he would let that happen.
Yeah. We've seen Rudy Gobert get to fighting and his team. Man, like, bro, come on, bro. Especially it should have happened when Ja got took out there in the Lakers game. Like, I don't know what dude was doing, bro. Like,
yeah, they wildin'. That's all we got for the news, man. We got one main topic we're going to talk about. It's going to kind of cover a couple different things, but we're going to tackle about this Dorian Finney-Smith trade that was supposedly close to getting done, but at the wee hours of the morning, it did not get done on the Grizzlies side. It actually was the Lakers that swooped in like a thief in the night, man. So on the other side of this break, we're going to chop it up about that and what we can expect for this next maybe month that we have going into the trade season, man. So y'all stay locked in. We'll be right back on the other Side of the No Bluffin podcast. We'll be right back.
I'm excited for the Grizzlies can be. As you mentioned, you guys are dealing with a lot of injuries, but that's kind of what excites you because you've seen a lot of guys like make a name for themselves. I think Jalen Wells has been like, I'm just like, wow. By him. I think it was a guy that I didn't know much about. And so kind of seeing him like come into this like fold and like being a starter. And like, I think you're going to have to answer a lot of hard questions, especially healthy again. When you have so many guys that you can like plug and play like that makes it where it's like, oh, this team could be really good. And Zach Edey, I think I know from being a Grizzlies fan in Memphis, like the big has always been, you know, that puzzle piece that we've been trying to figure out what it's like, and will Zach Edey as a rookie be good? Seeing him play last night, it was like, especially when you think about like we were undersized, but how Zach Edey as a rookie can like dominate that area, and seeing the connection, the chemistry that he already has with John Morant is, to me, that excites me for like what is to come.
Tune in to the Anthony Sain Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And let's give Jacob Rapier a shout out. I know he catches a lot of flack, but he's had a great week since that contract to get renewed. Even that night against Milwaukee, he had a good game. So
since Halloween,
I think he has the highest plus minus on the team, and he's been a plus in every single game since the first loss to the Nets. He's been a positive on the court ever since then. So
I mean, he's been the most. Is it weird that he's been the most reliable guy that we've had out there? The growth that Jake has shown just in a season's length of games is really impressive, and considering how like bad he was, you know, like when he got drafted, it's pretty impressive. Right. It might be one of the most impressive things Kleiman's done.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Lute Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the No Bluffin podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies, man. I am Chris Siggerman. To my right is my right hand man, Evan Hayes. And we're going to chop it up a little bit. Like I said, I don't really got too much to talk about with the basketball side of things tonight, honestly. We'll figure that out as we go. As far with all these injuries we're dealing with, it ain't really too much to break down, man. I'm not going to get upset about a 20-point loss with 7 of our top 10 guys out. It's nothing really to talk about. It's nothing really. You know, I had a text from my dad and my uncle kind of about like the coaching and stuff like that. Me personally, whatever happened in that game, it happened. It is what it is. I mean, and then one of your best players, Jaren Jackson, who's been playing phenomenal lately, he didn't really give you much tonight either. So, I mean, you're never gonna, you're just not going to be in a game like that. So I'm not going to talk about that too much. But with this Dorian Finney-Smith trade, if you don't know kind of what's been going on the last, I would say 48 hours or so, it's been reported actually for the last couple of weeks that the Grizz and the Nets were kind of talking about a Dorian Finney-Smith swap. Obviously, you got names out there on the landscape that they've been, tied to. Cam Johnson, which is Dorian Finney-Smith's teammate in Brooklyn. There's been some other names been reported. And I'll talk a little bit about how I think that affects some of the other names that have been floated around in a little bit. But it was reported probably about, I want to say maybe about 6-7 o'clock yesterday that the Grizz and the Nets were closing in on a deal between John. It was surrounded around John Conchar, Luke Kennard, going to Brooklyn for Dorian Finney-Smith. It was supposed to be some picks involved. Those were still getting ironed out. But we didn't really hear anything else after that drop. Typically when you get a message that something's being closed in on, you probably get a trade that's going down, breaking news, Shams bomb, Woj bomb. You probably get that in the next hour or 2 hours. Yeah. We went to bed, I ain't gonna lie. I woke up a couple of times and overnight, checked my phone, didn't see nothing else. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't feel good. Something up. Yeah. And you wake up in the morning, you get some updates to some stories, still nothing. And then boom, out the blue, Shams is reporting that the Lakers have swept in. They've traded D'Angelo Russell. I believe it was Maxwell Lewis, which was a draft pick last year. Like him, actually, as a prospect, 6'8", 6'9", wing, long, can shoot. Just hasn't really broke any rotational minutes out there in LA. But they sent them to Brooklyn for Dorian Finney-Smith, along with Shake Milton. And I think they got back about 3 second-round picks. 3 second-round picks, yeah. And it ended up being reported that the final deal that the Grizzlies, offered, I'll chop this up again. I'm trying to set the table for you, kind of give your thoughts, Evan. Yeah. The final deal that got reported for the Grizzlies side was indeed John Conchar, Luke Kennard, and and a first-round conditional pick, or a conditional first-round pick, I should say. It was
top
about
15.
top 15 to top 17
15.
selected, protected, something like that.
It was top 15 protected, yep.
And that was having us bringing back Dorian Finney-Smith, but the Grizzlies wanted them to send us a second-round pick. So I'll get my thoughts on that, of why the deal didn't go down, things like that. But just from your viewpoint, with it getting close to the deal happening, Evan, and then, to see it not go through, what's your gauge on the team right now, your gauge on the trade, and then maybe what you think the implications that may have going forward with us? Like I said, we're about a month and a week out, from the trade deadline. So just what's your thoughts on that as a whole?
Well, number one, I have to address all the people that was just so angry and y'all F climbing, yada yada. Like, number one, if I was climbing, I wouldn't have protected that pick, just me personally. If we're thinking,
say you whatever, you wouldn't.
I would not have, because if we're gonna be, I think they want a 2026 pick, right? 2026, correct?
That was what was reported, but it ended up being a 2025.
25. Okay. Either way, because I'm reading something in 2025, so it was kind of, like you said, one said 2026, one 2025. Either way, if you believe this team's gonna be good, that pick is not gonna be valuable. I'm sorry. So, number one, I would have not protected it. So that's one thing I feel like, in my opinion, Clem could have done better. Second thing, why are you trying to ask for draft considerations back? If, again, yes, we have done a great job of picking guys in the second round and all that, but eventually, when you have so many good players, you can't keep drafting more good players, because then you got to make a decision about who you going to get, who you going to trade, all that. It's just, yes, it's great to have great players on your team if you can find these gems in the second round, all that, but we're not building anymore. We have our team. We have our core. We're not trying to find another Desmond Bain or Gigi Jackson. We have those guys. So I feel like he got a little too shy on our end. He got too greedy on the other end. So that's number. And second thing, we just got outgunned. I feel like the Lakers on paper gave a better offer. The Lakers got a D-Lo who, no, not the Lakers. The Brooklyn got D-Lo who they're probably going to buy out. I doubt, they say he's a top buyout candidate, so he's an expiring deal. They get a Maxwell Lewis, who's like you said, a promising prospect, which kind of fits their timeline. And they got 3 second-round picks out where they can, for a team like that that's rebuilding. Those are valuable picks for them. We just got outgunned, and money talks. And the Lakers had more money, they had a better deal, and can't really say nothing. Even if Climber did what I said and unprotected the first pick and didn't ask for the draft consideration back, the Lakers deal is still probably better. Just in my honest opinion. I feel like it would have made it harder. But I would still slightly give the edge to the Lakers deal. So we got outgunned, and you can't be mad at just getting simply outgunned. Someone gave us a better offer. You can say maybe Climber should have been more aggressive, yada yada, but at the end of the day, we got outgunned. So implications. Honestly, I really want to see where we go from here, because I don't see us getting Cam Johnson, because Brooklyn wants expiring deals. The only guy country that can match up is Marcus Smart, and Marcus Smart doesn't fit their timeline at all. So I feel like we can get Cam Johnson out of our mind. I feel like Dorian Finney-Smith was the more realistic option. That's why we were so close, and it was so disappointing that we didn't get him. So unless something unforeseen happens, I don't see the Cam Johnson trade happening. I just don't. So being within that, I'm really contemplating what's the next step for this team, about what deals are actually there, and what actual trade targets are out there that's actually attainable, that can raise the ceiling of this team. Because Dorian Finney-Smith, he filled a need. He was a big wing, could play good defense, shoot the ball. And you could probably tell me this, because you probably have some guys in mind. I can't think of no one on top of my head that fit, that's in it, that's a trade asset or trade target that fits our timeline, that can fulfill that need. Maybe Climber can make something up. Maybe I don't know. I just don't see a lot of options right now. Yeah. So which I didn't want. That's why I wanted the Dorian Finney-Smith trade to happen so bad, is because since we do have some guys out that could kind of right the ship a little bit, with guys being out, they could kind of make the tidal waves a little more cool, you know.
Right.
But being that didn't happen, unfortunately, we're now depending on health. And I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but I'd rather not depend on waiting on every guys get back. I'd rather bring a piece in that can kind of amend those differences instead of just not having anything and waiting for this team to get healthy. when we're healthy, I feel like we can beat almost any team in the league. Even without, we've had this conversation. I feel like without this, I feel like we can still win the championship, at least go to a final. It's going to be hard as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But being that now, I, for one, don't see any major options of what we could actually do that can realistically help this team. I think depending on just guys to get back healthy is a scary game that we could potentially be playing.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, bro. I got a couple things I want to get off my chest.
Get off, bro.
I've always said like Kleiman he's a good GM in the ways that he's been able to stabilize his team in a way that we've probably never seen. Now granted, he's got some assistance because let's just call a spade a spade. We got lucky with the Ja Morant thing. We did not have the second worst record that year. The lottery odds for us, I think, was the highest up we were supposed to get was like anywhere from 7 to 9.
Yeah.
And we ended up falling to 2. Like there's just, and again, that go back to my conspiracy that Adam Silver or some type of team in the background is picking. Yeah, they picking where these picks are dropping. The same reason why Wemby goes to San Antonio. This stuff is being orchestrated, and I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't, because if you got failing smaller markets, you're gonna need probably some help, in certain parts. And so Memphis at a time where grit and grind was kind of on, it was basically
dying.
Yeah, like what do we do with this team that, could be just a terrible losing team maybe for the next 5 to 10 years if something don't shake up. So he was gifted a Ferrari as soon as he got the keys to the team. Shout out to him. Obviously, I know he had some part to play with the Jaren thing. Those that don't know, I know Chris Wallace was the face, but I believe that was still Kleiman and team's pick at that time, even though he wasn't actually the name on the actual position. So you got Jaren, you got Ja, and then from there, it's up to you and your scouting department to pick the best pieces to put around. So with drafting, they've done pretty well. BC, Tillman, even though he's not here no more, Dez, Santi. We know what happened, 2 years ago with all those wings they drafted, and pretty much none of them are here anymore except for Vince and Jake LaRavia. We know what happened with Zaire Williams when you traded to move up to get him. We understand all that. But for the most part, he's hit on a lot of draft picks this year. You hit on Edey and Jalen Wells in the rookie of your conversation. Both of them guys, they're starting for what looks like a playoff team right now, top 2 in the West. I get all of that. So he gets those accolades, bro. But like I've said, probably for the last year or two, where Kleiman hasn't gotten better or shown that he's been able to grow as a GM has been in free agency and in the trade market. He has not been strong. He's been very subpar in those areas. You talk about
he plays it safe, man. He plays it safe.
Yeah, you talk about basically his 3 moves that he's made outside of drafting has been the Tyus Jones MLE signing that he had back when Ja got drafted. He had the Luke Kennard deal that he got at literally, if y'all remember,
last minute.
It was the last minute of the trade
before training camp. Yeah.
That deadline was literally counting down. I think it was almost 3:00, and it came through that Luke Kennard got traded for 2 or 3 second round picks for Danny Green, who didn't really play well for us at all. He was injured and stuff. So he got that move on his resume. And then you got the Marcus Smart deal as well, which again, at the very last wee moments of the night where Boston was dying to make that deal to get Kristaps Porzingis, they couldn't get him because Malcolm Brogdon failed a physical. And the only way they could do it basically at that point was to move forward from the guy that they had on their roster to use Marcus Smart to get that piece. And Memphis was there to catch it. It wasn't something that Memphis initiated. You know what I'm saying? So he was in the right place at the right time. But even with the Marcus Smart deal, like it hasn't turned out to be what we wanted it to be at this point. He's been injured a lot. Obviously, the whole team has been injured a lot, so I can't put that just on him. But just looking at the trade we gave him 2 first-round picks for, that hasn't shown to be the best return, especially when you're putting a guy that's basically a lifelong point guard as your starting small forward. Like, outside of that, somebody please point to me where Kleiman has shown you personally and gave you confidence that he's been, outside of drafting a really good GM. That's my thing. He let the Dylan Brooks thing go down. He's missed out on a lot of trades that's been reported, and he'll come in these press conferences. I told y'all, like, he'll come in these press conferences and be like, y'all look, I tried. Like we were on the phone, we were doing this, we were trying to make deals. I remember when he missed out on that Mikal Bridges deal. Like he was on that in that media press conference, like begging us to believe him. And I'm just like, number one, I'm on record calling him a liar because some of the stuff that he says never lines up. He said he didn't try to trade Dylan Brooks. You had to trade him because of the contracts. You said that Zach Edey was your number one target the whole time. Zach Edey flat-foot called you a lie, basically, and said, I didn't even talk to y'all. Like, so it's hard for me when you in my face sitting here like, no, guys, believe me, I really did try to get Mikal Bridges. Maybe you tried, but did you try hard enough?
Yeah.
Or did you shoot yourself in the foot like you did today and get arrogant? Because like you said, and I put this out there before, at least before I saw it, get reported, because a lot of people was getting like, oh yeah, Kleiman made the right move. He stood on this square and he didn't waver in what he asked, of the Nets. Bro, he got arrogant as hell in that deal.
He called it safe. Yeah, he thought it was cool.
He got arrogant as hell because if you're trying to unload a contract, which they were trying to unload John Conchar, he's on the books for 3 years at this point. It's only $6 million, but that dude ain't doing nothing for this team.
He's not.
He's not. And so if they're gonna take him back in the deal, they say, look, we're gonna take him back. You send us that first round pick. We really ain't really feeling the conditions, but you know what? We'll probably take the conditional pick because y'all gonna be a good team anyway. We're not expecting y'all to fall in the lottery this year. I mean, the bottom literally had to fall out this month. Like everybody would have to go down again right now tomorrow. Knock on wood, all of us right now. Kumbaya, that's not happening. But that pick is gonna be late, so the protections really don't matter. From what it seems to me, and what's being reported, especially being reported now to back it up, is that he got cute and said, well, we want y'all to send us a second round pick back. And here's the thing, what I was trying to get people to understand. And again, when it got reported, people kind of backed off of me when they seen the ESPN reports, but it's just common sense. If the Grizzlies are going to be picking around, if they're going to be a good team, let's say they stay top 3, top 4 in the whole NBA, right? That pick is going to probably be around 26, 27, maybe 25, maybe 24 at the worst. If Brooklyn is picking their second round pick, if they're going to be a terrible team, they're probably going to be around 30, maybe 37, maybe 38. Bro, you basically are trying to do a pick swap, but not call it a pick swap because it's first round and second round. But we're talking about on the actual
same range of dudes.
Like you're talking about 10 to 12 to 13 picks different. You wanted them to basically only jump up a few spots and still take back your bad contract. Bro, you got arrogant and you lost. And that for me, like, it's not that I'm mad. I'm not upset that we didn't get Dorian Finney-Smith. I think that deal was too easy of a play for him to not make it because all you gave up was Luke Kennard and John Conchar. And at this point, let's be honest, they about 14 and 15th on your roster or on your bench. And as far as in the rotation, when you're healthy, they're not going to play when everybody's back. So if I'm giving up end of roster guys, LA gave up
rotation started. They started. Yeah, the game they started.
So, like, they gave up more, plus they gave up more picks. They were offering to take on what you were giving, bro, to get it done. And you got cute once again, shot yourself in the foot. And we're going to have to, at some point, if you don't make a deal this trade deadline or this trade season, we're going to sit here and look you in the face again and listen to you basically gaslight us in these press conferences and say, I tried. I don't want to hear what you tried, Kleiman. I don't, bro.
You got greedy, bro. You got greedy.
Yeah, you got greedy. And that's why I was telling my boy DC, the snapper, shout out to him. We were talking back and forth on the timeline. I was trying to tell him, like, it ain't about being upset. Like, it's not about that. It's more so about let's just be objective when we're saying this. I'm not saying Kleiman's terrible or he needs to be fired. I'm not calling for the man's job, but what I'm saying is we can be honest and call a spade and say, okay, you got cute, you got greedy, you missed out on that deal. Point blank. It's nothing like I don't want to hear about us second in the West. I don't want to hear about us having job. I don't want to hear about none of that. Let's talk about what the fact of the fact is. And the fact of the matter is that you got cute and you lost on that deal. Yeah. It's nothing else to add to that.
My whole thing is, like, out of all teams, you let
the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, out of all teams, you let the Lakers, number one, then a team that's in your conference that you may see in the playoffs that you have trouble with, that you allowed to get better. Like, the Lakers are a matchup nightmare for us. That's how it's been. That's why they knocked out the playoffs a few years ago. You let them get better on a thing that they needed. Like you give LeBron James another shooter, like a 41%, a 41% 3-point shooter, might I add, Chris, and then a great defender or a good defender. Let me say that he's a pretty good defender. Like
probably the best defender on that team now.
Yeah, probably so. Like honestly, especially perimeter defender wise, at least perimeter defender wise, like you allow your competitor to get better on your watch. That's what I'm saying. Like he wants to be too safe with it. Like, I say we say
he
about
wasn't safe, bro. Let's throw that out. He wasn't safe. He got arrogant because safe is we're gonna heavily protect the pick. Like it's protected. You know, it could be crazy.
So okay, my question is why? So why do the 15? Why do the top 15? Like I would say just unprotected. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay,
that's lit. I want to when I throw this deal out here to the public. When not Woj, my bad.
Shame.
Woj, actually prayers out to you because he announced he had cancer.
Cancer, yeah.
Shout out and prayers to Woj, man. But you wanted Shams to report to basically stroke your ego a little bit. Well, we got the deal done because we were able to give some protections. You're not gonna be
a top 15, a lottery team. You're not gonna be a lottery team.
You're not. And if you expected that climbing, now
you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm just gonna drop an F-bomb. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry, everybody at Bluff City Media. You need to get the fuck out. If this team where they are top 2 in the West drops down below 15, I'm sorry, bro. Like and that's what you're thinking, that's what you're expecting. Like that's the deal breaker. But it wasn't. The deal breaker was you trying to throw in that second round pick, basically make a pick swap, and you got egg on your face now. That's dumb, bro. That's dumb. Yeah. That's dumb. So everybody's trying to, I'm sorry, I'm calling it what it is. Y'all coping. Y'all trying to cope and make yourself feel better because Kleiman didn't. I can't say he didn't pull the trigger because he was about to pull the trigger. Brooklyn denied the deal. Y'all would not be sitting here coping this way if the deal went through. You wouldn't. You'd be like, you be thinking this right, King Kleiman. We got DFS, like you said, a 6'8", 6'9", wing defender, 3-point shooter, playoff veteran, been on playoff teams, went to Western Conference, all these accolades. We did all that. And all we had to give up was John Conchar and Luke Kennard, who wasn't playing. Oh, y'all be singing this man praises tomorrow. But because it didn't work out and he shot himself in the foot, now y'all trying to make us this only critiquing him. I ain't calling for the man job, but you trying to sit here and make us sound like we nah, y'all gotta stop that, bro. Yeah, nobody hating on him. Just call a spade a spade. He failed. He got cute and he failed.
Yeah. People saying like DFS ain't that good. No, DFS fulfills a need. Like
y'all was on that man job last night when they got
I hate it, bro. When I saw that, I was like, he's not that good. He's only just like, bro, like, what's up with the switch up, bro? Like, I don't understand it at all. Like, DFS fulfills a need that this team needed. And now we still have a gaping hole what this team needs. And I don't see an out, at least for at least a month. Because I can't think of nobody that's on an expiring deal on a bad team that we could get. I just don't. I don't see it. If you can think of somebody, tell me.
Throw them in the comments.
I can't think of none.
Ain't nobody. They
Chris,
never can.
You can't think of none. Like, so we hear
this thing. Sorry, I want to hear what you got to say. To this, you have people saying, "Well, why would we do that if he's on he's on an expiring contract? He could just be a rental." Bro, you take a chance for them.
They were
giving you they were doing you a favor taking contract.
Yeah, trying to help you. Yeah.
Take the chance. People like Dorian Finney-Smith. Go watch his videos. That dude is from the South. People that come here like him, like a Zebo, people that grew up in certain neighborhoods or environments like Memphis, like a Tony Allen, they come here and they love it.
Yeah.
So you banking on him leaving? So what, bro? Okay, 13, 14 million of cap space. Great.
Sign somebody else. Like, it's cool. It's a win-win situation. If we get him, it don't work out, he's off our books, we can sign someone else better. If we get him and it does work out, we can re-sign him. Now we have another cornerstone for this franchise.
Right.
It's literally that simple. So when people try to like reorganize the narrative as if like we won by not getting them, like
coping, dog. Next level, generational coping, bro.
Like, it's just not like at the end of the day, Kleiman effed up. He effed up. Like, simple as that. We effed up, and now our competitor just got a little bit better. Do I still think we are better than that team, fully healthy? But now we're depending on and waiting on guys to get healthy. Which is not a good game to play, Chris. It's not a good game to play. We just saw, like you said, you named out the guys. We had 7 guys out tonight. 2 of them we didn't expect to be out.
Didn't. Out of nowhere.
So, Climb, if you're GM, if you know, unfortunately, what our bad injury history is, you're gonna bank on that instead of making a move that could help support that when guys are still. Thing is, you didn't have to get off of none of those guys that are hurt.
Right.
It'd be different if you had to get off of GG or Vince or Smart. Okay, I see why you want to see what you had when they're not here. I can understand that. Right. Two guys that are not playing, that are, first of all, Luke has played his out the rotation dang near because he doesn't want to shoot the ball. He's not a capable defender. And Jitty is Jitty. I'm not even going to speak on that. But
shit, you better trade Jake before he go. He already turned it the other way. You better trade him before he go back to
his value. His values, but now his last few games he's been turning the ball over more. He ain't been hitting shots like. So you have to. Of course, I'll never be NBA GM, so who am I to speak? But just from me knowing basketball, you have to know. It's like a game. Like you have to, like a point. You have to know the flows of the game, when to attack, when to be conservative, and all that. This was a prime example of when to attack. The thing is there, do it. Don't F it up. And don't. It was a layup. And like you said, you tried to look cute. You tried to get greedy. You tried to look good. Oh, you tried to be smart. Like, oh, I got this, but I still kept some stuff. Like, look how many bullets I still got in my chamber. Forget your bullets,
never
bro.
Bust them hoes.
Exactly, like exactly what I'm saying. Like,
bust a grape, bro. Stop.
Like you can say, oh, I did that, but I still got these jumps on me. Like it doesn't matter.
All right, pump faking.
It like Luke pump faking. Like if it doesn't matter if you're not gonna put those things to fruition to actually make a deal that can help this team. Yep. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where we go from here because with the injury history of this team, I'm not saying this. I'm not gonna speak in hyperbole and say the season's over or we're cooked. I'm not gonna say all that. I'm not saying that. But you just made our job a whole lot harder than it had to be. That's all I'm saying. If he got traded to someone in the East, okay, it still sucks, but okay, we don't got to see him. Right now, I think the Lakers are a 6 seed right now. Mm-hmm. We're the 3 seed. In the playoffs, who we playing?
Them again? Oh, boy.
Come on, bro. Like, who we playing? We're playing the Lakers, the team that you just let swoop in on you.
Yeah.
So you shot yourself in the foot. Now you're going to have to try to, and I hope we don't do a death move. What I really hope doesn't happen is that Climber hears the noise, he feels and then he makes a desperate move for someone that we don't need, and he throws some stuff at the wall, hope it sticks. That's what I pray doesn't happen. Because if he tries to just throw a shot in the dark and hoping it works out, then that could be even more dangerous. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
He's going to try to be smart. Right?
That's one thing to keep in mind. I really think that may happen. Climbing because he got a month and some change. He may try to move out Smart, Luke, and somebody just to throw a shot in the dark, and some may hit the fan. But I don't think that's smart. You don't want to. When you have a championship team, you don't want to move reckless. You want to move calculated. Yeah. Dang, I'm trying to cover my costs. We was moving calculated, then we tried to be stupid. Now, hope we don't move reckless, and that's my fear. Now, I'm not talking about on the course. I'm talking about management wise now. Yeah. Because when you're back against the wall, people do a lot of dumb things when you're back against the wall. Yeah. Either you can keep the cards to your chest and just bank on what you have, or you can do something reckless. And I'm not entirely certain he's just gonna keep his cards to his chest on this one. Because I feel like if he's smart, he's gonna know he jacked up. He's gonna know this isn't the first time he has jacked up. So I'm not gonna be surprised if we hear in the next 2 weeks that he's trying to throw a shine dark at somebody that don't make a lot of sense. Maybe it does make sense. Maybe Zach Climber is smarter than me and Chris. But I just can't think of no names right now off the top of my head that's available that we could use and that team has something that they want back.
He way too late, bro. Like
way too late.
You got people even now hit me in the DM or in tweets, talk about, oh man, you was right about DeAndre Hunter. Well, yeah, that was a good move to make in the summer and at the beginning of the season. Bro, DeAndre Hunter, the price of the brick done went up on DeAndre Hunter. He's playing hella good ball right now. Yeah. You're not getting him for – they may not give him up at all, to be honest with you, but, you ain't getting him up just for no smart Marcus Smart and a draft pick. Like, that's not happening. And they're trying to, turn things around. You're not going to get a freaking – I don't know, Jerry. You asking me who's out there? You know, my wings. The people that I kind of looked at was Cam Johnson was number one.
Yep.
DeAndre Hunter and Jeremy Grant were like 2, 3. You know, Brandon Ingram wasn't high on my list, but if we can make that deal happen, would I be mad? No, I just don't know how he would fit in this offensive style. But I do think his ability to get in the mid-range and go get you a bucket is really clutch for you in the playoffs. And that's something we don't have outside of Gigi. Gigi just ain't old enough. He ain't had enough birthdays yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you talk about, you know, DFS is gone now. Jeremy Grant up in Portland. I mean, he's a great option, but he makes $30 million. What you got to give up just in salary? It ain't even about the player or the asset.
Just in salary.
Make it work. You gonna have to give
it's
up.
Not happening. Smart.
You could probably do Smart and Luke, I guess.
But why would Portland want them? Especially Smart. They're not competing. They're not competing right now unless you're just gonna buy them out. They're not Portland. It'd be different if they was a young team.
Like they did Drew. They did Drew the same way.
Yeah, that's true. But but you can't bet on that though. You can't bet on that to be there. Like I don't see Jeremy. Like you can't unless Portland just thinks another move ahead, maybe.
Yeah.
But I just don't see on paper unless they have that other deal lined up perfectly. But with how Smart has been playing this year, how inconsistent he's been in the lineup, what Smart's trade value is not very high right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw some names there. I want to just get your thoughts. I'm not saying that I've heard this. I just want to get your thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this deal happened tomorrow, what would be your thoughts when you hear the deal happen?
Mm-hmm.
And quick hits. Andrew Wiggins.
Mm-mm.
Now, what would be your thoughts? You
I'm not rocking with it. I'm not.
You be mad.
I'll be mad because we probably have to give up Vince or Gigi probably. To get him.
They ain't been playing slick.
But Smart, he's still an NBA champion. He's still proven. I feel like the Warriors, and the thing about the Warriors timeline, they want some more guys that can go with Steph.
Yep.
So they're gonna want a Vince or a Gigi. So if you could plug and play him, cool. I'm happy with it. He can help, but we have to give a Vince or Gigi.
Yeah. So they probably wouldn't want to trade with us anyway. Let's say Denny Avia up in Portland. It ain't Jeremy Grant, but it's Denny Avia. What would you say?
I wouldn't hate it, but I would think we could probably get something better. I wouldn't hate it. I feel like he can be sufficient, but I don't feel like he feels the need. He supports it a little bit, but he doesn't. If it's a circle, he a box in that month. Like he somewhat feels it. Like
just depends.
Yeah, just depends. I'd rather see it. On my purse, I would say I don't hate it. That's what I would say. I wouldn't hate it, but I wouldn't love it either.
Dante DiVincenzo.
I like that. That's something that I like. I'm a big fan of Dante DiVincenzo. I hated that I think I said that last episode. I hated he got traded from the Knicks because he was playing so well. That is, even though he's not as tall, he's not 6'8", that's someone that fulfills a need. You'll probably have to play with the rotation a little bit and see if we can actually get it. But he played perfect though. Just running off of screens, open shots, and he can guard bigger defenders. He has shown that he can guard, even though he's not the most buff guy, he can guard 1 through 3 confidently, move his feet. That is a perfect type of guy. But with Minnesota, they'll probably want Luke. Who else they probably want?
I don't even know how much money he make.
He don't make that much. Let me look. I don't think he makes that much. I would like Dante though. I would love Dante. And he's a hard worker, bro. Like he's a dog. Like he's a dog. So those type of guys you want on your team. Let me just look at his contract real quick.
Let's see what we got.
No, he's making quite a bit. 4-year, $46 million. So it's 11.7 on the year.
Damn, that's what are you on right now? What year is he into that deal?
Okay, 1 second. 40.
That's a crazy value.
He's the second year of that deal.
So and
it goes up every
this year.
Year.
You got 3 years left, basically.
Because next year it goes up to 11.9. The year after that it goes to 12.5.
Man, I get a ass Luke and
Jake. And Jake. No, Luke and Jake. I'll give him Luke and Jake.
They ain't gonna want that. not to come off something like him, because he's gonna help their playoff rotation. You're gonna have to give them probably like a Santi or something like that, which honestly I wouldn't care. I don't care. I think Santi trying to get out of here anyway, bro. That's me. And he said in his little report the other day, like, this may be my last year in Memphis. You're right. Send
that boy to Minnesota. Send that boy to Minnesota. West Cold. I would do that. Yeah, I would do that. And I love Santi. I feel like he's been very valuable this year. But Dante, I would love Dante. That's the best name you've given so far. I love Dante.
Herb Jones down in NO.
On paper, yeah, I like it, but you have to give up some valuable. Because I don't care. GG and Vince, I want them on this team. I don't care. Like, so if it's anything that get up Vince or GG, I'm not doing
it. Okay. He probably untradeable, but I'm just throw the name out there anyway. Yeah. Trey Murphy.
Same thing, untradeable, but you got to give up Vince, GG, and maybe something else. So for that,
I give up Vince for Trey. I'm sorry. I would.
I'm sorry.
Because the reason I'm gonna tell you my reason
Trey
why.
Can shoot. He can shoot. He can shoot his ass off.
He's a shooter with size. He about 6'10", 6'9". He's athletic. He can defend. And he, at least for right now, until GG's ready. Because my thing is always getting somebody until GG's ready. Like, we know he's the one for the future. We don't have a starting small forward technically right now. And so that's my only thing of why I wouldn't hold on to Vince to not get a starting level small forward.
Yeah.
That's my only reason why. Because I'm going to be honest, bro. Like, this may be a conversation we need to hold for another day. I don't know. But it's getting to a point now with Vince's injuries, like, and they all like lower limb injuries. This could really be a concern where when we talking about when we get Vince back, we may not get Vince back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and so it's one of them things where you keep holding on to it. Like you was talking about earlier, it may be good just to go cut your losses and get what you can get that's tangible, that we can see, that we can play every single night. So that's my only reason I wanted to, ask you on that one.
I see your point. I don't want to give up on. I'm not saying you're saying this, but I wouldn't want to give up on Vince because I feel like that yin and yang with GG is just something that a lot of teams can compete with, and I feel like that's something that we have special that I really want to see, and we haven't been able to see that yet. Well, we saw it last year, obviously, but I mean, like in competitive, meaningful basketball games. Right. So that's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason why. If they're both healthy, yes, you don't have a starting three right now, but if those two are healthy, I feel like they can play off of each other so well that they're kind of one person within the same. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like they're combined. They're one players because GG can do what Vince doesn't do well, and vice versa. Right. So that's why I really want to keep those two. In my mind, they're dang near, not poorly untouchable, but they're dang near untouchable because they have that such opposites attracting type relationship.
The Kings blow it up, man. They offer DeMar DeRozan. What you doing?
For just a win now situation? I don't know what DeMar DeRozan's situation is, but I'm assuming he's in an expiring deal.
Yeah.
If he could shoot the ball, bro, it's just his spacing, bro. If he could shoot the ball, bro, I would say hell yeah, but that dude can't shoot the three ball worth for nothing.
But a mid-range killer, and definitely need that in the playoffs.
And we need another shot creator too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm mad to say yeah on that one. I'm gonna hate to give up either GG or Vince because that's a situation where
I don't think everybody gonna request them, bro.
Bro, the Kings need some young pieces, bro. You think they wouldn't want?
But these big contracts, though, you gonna have to. I mean, I guess
it's Smart and GG. Like they would go Smart and GG or Smart and Vince.
Man, you have to get these picks, dog.
The contract's not gonna line up, bro.
No. I'm saying you gonna get Smart. You gonna get the salary filler, and then you gonna get whatever the pick is equivalent. Because like you said, if you don't know expiring, it's only so much you're gonna get for that anyway.
Yeah,
as a King. Like, nah, man, you can't request no G. Not for no guy on a 1-year deal. That's why. No, I don't know.
I would do that though. Let me live with DeMar DeRozan.
That might be it though. I can't really. I'm trying to go around the NBA landscape of people that's got guys that will even be available, bro. That's really about it.
5-year, $139 million. Oh my gosh, he got 3 more. DeMar DeRozan. He got 3 more years. He got a 23, a 24, and a 25. So nah.
Nah, that may not be too smart.
Nah, I wouldn't do that one, especially with all the years that he got his contract.
We're gonna get out of here. I was talking.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And he was talking about earlier how the good thing about the Cam Johnson thing is that the Warriors and the Lakers already done made they move with Brooklyn. If they could have got Cam, they probably would have already. So where do you see him going? And I told him, I'm like, the only thing I can think of right now, bro, is probably Houston. I don't think that Sacramento thing is real because even if they do trade for him, it's still not gonna make them a better.
It's
team.
not. Yeah, it's not making a better team. Yeah,
the only thing I can think.
Issues.
Yeah, they got internal issues. Yeah. I can think of maybe Houston, but that don't take them.
It don't
to the
make
next
sense.
level.
Nah,
you gotta give
Dylan,
up.
maybe.
Right, exactly.
Dylan and maybe Fred, maybe maybe not Fred.
He'll be one
definitely
of the two.
Dylan. Definitely Dylan though.
Yeah,
but
so
still got
outside of them, and OKC, that's the only other two teams I think.
OKC not making a move, especially before Chet come back. They're not making a move. Houston, maybe Houston, but again, it doesn't push the needle for them.
Yeah,
because they already have a Thompson twin. They have Jalen Green. They will get. Like I just
thought of a team that might do it.
Who?
The Spurs.
But they're not in a win now situation though. I don't see them making them because they got killed and they still got killed in Johnson. They still got Stephon Castle. Still got Castle. So you're not getting off of Castle. They still got. They're not. Even they'll get off of Zale, but they're not trading Johnson or.
See, Keldon don't start. I think they'll trade with that. I think he had a $20 million contract, bro. The money line right up. You get Keldon out of there for Cam because you got $20 million coming off your bench with Keldon.
Yeah,
I don't know. They just Chris Paul was talking about they got to grow up and all that stuff. If you want to maximize while Pop's still, good health, there's something to watch.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here, man. Like I said, I think we pretty much got our point across on
we hit everything. Yeah.
Climate, get your shit together, bro. Come on, dog.
Pretty much, get your stuff together.
Please stop playing. We got a month left. Don't wait till the well run dry and we waiting trying to get crumbs when everybody else made the move they need to make. That's all we got for y'all today. Like I said, this will be going live on YouTube tomorrow. So if you're just tapping in, you can catch the playback on Twitter right now once we get off. But also you can hop in the comments with us on YouTube tomorrow. We'll be in there chopping it up with you as well in these same
Yes,
topics.
we will.
Man, hey, stay the course, man. I don't know what's going to happen with this job stuff. Hopefully it's not too long and we can get our season back on track. Evan, what you got before we get out of here, bro?
Nah, let's just keep the faith, y'all. I know we put a lot of stress on these moves, and these moves is not getting made, and what we want the coach to do and don't want the coach to do. But at the end of the day, all we can do is sit back and watch. So I just want to tell everybody to do a little woosah because everybody on Grizz Twitter be kind of going crazy sometimes. Not really sometimes, a whole lot. Grizz Twitter overreacts everything. So I just want to get y'all just stay the course. Ja was shooting the ball with his right hand in the sling today. So Rusty told me like if he was doing that, the sprain can't be that bad. Because he still has mobility in it, so it'd be different if it was like structured in place where he has to mold the ligament back together. That's not an issue. So hopefully 12 isn't back that long. So like you said, can get the season on track. And like I said, y'all keep in mind with these 11 Western Conference teams, we can go 5-6, we can stay afloat. We go 5 and 6. If we can go 5 and 6 of these next 11 Western Conference games, I can take that. So keep that. We 0-1 right now. So y'all try to keep that in mind.
Yep. We appreciate y'all tapping in, sticking with us. I know it's late. It's about 12 midnight Central Time, wherever you are in the world or in the country, man. It's probably even later than that. So appreciate y'all tapping in with us tonight. We'll catch y'all next week. Y'all be good. Do something this week that make y'all feel good, to put a smile on your face and make you happy, man. And we'll catch y'all next week, as we always say. Go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.